everybody, and welcome back to my channel. So I figured I'd do a little bit of a life update video because I've been gone off of YouTube for like a month now. And yeah, I just wanted to pop on here and I'll let you guys know what was going on before I hop back into putting up content and all that stuff. I actually had a couple videos that I had filmed and I think that I'm just gonna scrap them all and just pretty much start over. But yeah, I just wanted to update you guys on some things that have happened. So main reason why I'm filming this video is to update you guys that I actually had another miscarriage. So this was my 5th miscarriage now. I really didn't even know if I wanted to talk about this or bring it up on my channel or anything like that, but I like to keep you guys updated. I like to let you guys know everything that's going on because I pretty much share my whole entire life here on social media. And so this was another big part of my life, another big part of my story, and wanted to let you guys know. So let's go back a little bit. We found out that we were pregnant on Father's Day. I think it was June 15th was Father's Day. June 15th, 2024. Found out we were pregnant, and I pretty much knew that I was going to be pregnant because me and Brandon had a little slip up per usual. And I knew exactly when it happened, and he was just like, no, everything's gonna be fine, like you're not gonna get pregnant, blah blah blah. And I was like, okay. Like, we never miss, so if we do miss, it's very rare that we miss. So I was just like, okay. So literally I took a pregnancy test that Wednesday and the pregnancy test was negative. Come Sunday, I was like not feeling great, feeling a little off, and I was just like, these feel like pregnancy symptoms. So I was like, let me just take a test. So I took a test. I'll throw in that footage here for you guys so you can see like the whole reaction to it. All right, it's Father's Day. I think Brandon got me pregnant. Not feeling good. It's going. All right, let's see if Brandon's gonna be a dad for the 10th time.
Nope.
I swear to God. Oh my God, I hate you.
He's got pee on me.
You guys.
Oh my God.
I can't. I told you. I literally cannot do this right now.
Me neither. Wrong.
No, I literally took one the other day and it was negative.
Yeah, so these are the cheap ones.
No, Brandon. Okay, I'll go take a real one. I think I have one upstairs. All right, I have a clear blue. It's going.
What is that?
Right.
Seed test?
No. My daughter knows obviously what a pregnancy test is. There you go.
It says not pregnant.
Brandon.
That looks like one line to me.
Guys, I'm sure you can see this. Brandon.
That's a faint line. It's not.
Okay, goodbye. Yep, it's definitely a positive. All right, guys, well, we're pregnant. Let's see how this one goes. Was not like planning on like filming a video. I literally thought it was just gonna say negative, and so did Brandon, and Brandon was just like, the test is not real, it's fake, it's a false positive, like all the things. And so yeah, so I took that test, and of course immediately I was just like fearful, of course, you know, after having so many miscarriages. Like I just basically just have not seen it in the cards that we were basically going to have like another baby. And so I was just like, Brandon was just like, let's just go with the flow. Like, let's not tell anybody. Let's just act like nothing's happening. Let's just go about our lives like normal. Like I'm not pregnant is basically what our plan was, which was very hard. That's something I probably will not do anymore. Like, I literally didn't tell my mom. I didn't tell my older daughter, Jasmine. I didn't tell my dad. Like, nobody knew. Only actually one person knew, and that was my best friend, Kiana. Other than that, nobody else knew that I was pregnant. Fast forward a couple weeks. I don't know. Where's my phone? I'm trying to think. Fast forward a couple weeks. I want to see when I started spotting. I started spotting on July 5th. Okay, Brandon came down here to grab some lunch. But anyways, I started spotting like around the 6-week mark. And if you are new here, I usually lose my babies around the 6-week mark. And so the 6-week mark hit and literally started spotting. So I finally reached out to my OB, let her know that I was pregnant, what was happening, and she wanted me to go in and get my HCG, I can't even say it, HCG levels checked. So immediately went and got my blood drawn, got my levels back, and they were about like in the 25,000s. So they were pretty high. And I was, if you look at like a HCG like chart, I was in the right time frame of like where I should have been, because I had not been seen yet. I had not had an ultrasound. Nothing had been done. So I went in 48 hours later to do another HCG blood draw, got the results back, and my levels did not double. So with HCG blood draws, every 48 hours, your levels should be doubling. And so once I knew that that was happening, along with the spotting, I already knew that we were headed back down this miscarriage road once again, because literally it's like the same story, like every single time. Like this is what happens pretty much every single time. So I went in for an in-office appointment a couple days later after I got that HCG blood draw, and did an ultrasound, and they saw nothing in my uterus. They saw a little bit of where the baby could have been, but they didn't see a yolk sac, like nothing in my uterus at all. The doctor gave me my options to go ahead and terminate the pregnancy, and so it was either wait it out, which my body, from what I've seen over the last 4 times previous, or actually I want to say my first miscarriage, I miscarried on my own at home. Second one was ectopic, and then 3 and 4 were both D&Cs, and now this one I opted to do the pills this time, because normally just my body will not pass the baby on its own. It's only done it once out of the 5 times. So did the pills this time. I came home, took the first round of pills, and then 24 hours later I went ahead and took the second round of pills that I was supposed to take, and I started bleeding a couple hours later, and I thought everything was going normal. Like I had some clots coming out. Sorry, this part's gonna be TMI if you don't like this kind of stuff, but I had a lot of clots coming out, and I was bleeding a lot. At one point I was bleeding like a lot. I was getting really concerned with the blood loss. I had even like bled through our sheets on our bed, like literally bleeding everywhere. Like I could not like keep a pad on for like, I was going through like 2 to 3 pads an hour or something like that. 2 to 4 pads. I don't even remember at this point, you guys. I feel like I'm just starting to block all of it out. But I was going through a lot of pads an hour. Called the advice nurse, and they said that I needed to go to the ER. So I went to the ER, and my blood pressure was low. They did some blood tests. They realized that my blood was low, and they were trying to figure out how they were going to stop the bleeding. So I think it was an attendee that was on, and it was a male. And mind you guys, I do not like males down there. Like I want a female doctor like all the time. I'd rather just have a female doctor. So since this is an emergency situation, I was just like, okay, let me just have this man go down here, see what's going on, see if we can figure out why I am bleeding so much, or we can stop the bleeding, all of that. You guys, this was like the worst experience I've ever had in my life. The doctor couldn't even get the speculum inserted inside of me, so I had to insert it like myself, and he's just like pulling blood clots out of me, like trying to use different tools. It was just so uncomfortable. I literally had to tell him to stop. I was like, can you please just stop? Like, this is not doing anything. I feel like you don't know what you're doing. Like, we just need to stop. So they stopped it. They actually ended up moving me over to a different area in the ER, and I actually went and did an ultrasound as well. The ultrasound, they didn't see anything on my ultrasound. They didn't see a baby, nothing. They didn't see anything in my tubes, but they also said that they couldn't rule out an ectopic pregnancy, so that was weird to me. But basically got me into this other room. They had to end up doing a blood transfusion because I had lost so much blood. The OBGYN that was up on labor and delivery came down and checked me out, and oh my God, you guys, it was a night and day experience. And he was able to get the bleeding under control and all of that, and I was able to leave the ER the following morning. I literally went to the ER probably like 9-10 o'clock at night, Saturday night, and then left the ER at like I don't even know, maybe like 8-9 in the morning the next day. So I was there for quite some time. But yeah, I was so happy they were able to get everything under control. And went home a couple days later. I actually ended up having OB appointments. They wanted me to follow up, and the OB didn't see any active bleeding. My cervix was closed, and that everything was looking good and all of that. So yeah, I actually have another follow-up appointment. They wanted me to come back in again just to make sure everything is good. So I have another appointment coming up on this Tuesday. But yeah, I basically just wanted to fill you guys in and let you guys know everything that was going on. This was definitely the most traumatic experience, I feel like, outside of the ectopic, of all of the miscarriages that I've had, and I will basically never take the pills again. I don't know if anybody else has had like a similar experience when it comes to taking the pills, but yeah, I'll never do that again. I opted not to do the DNC this time just because the DNC, you know, over time it's just not good to keep getting DNC after DNC after DNC. Like, it messes up like your uterine lining and things like that. And just my last one did not go well. My first DNC went very smooth, very well, but this last one just did not go well. Like, my intuition was telling me something was off. Like, it just did not feel right. And so I was just like, let me try and just do the pills this time, let everything pass at home. And yeah, that was so scary, you guys. Like, I've never had low blood pressure. I've never had to have a blood transfusion before. I've never dealt with anything like this. And even just dealing with the people in the ER, it was a lot. But we are doing much better now, physically, mentally, definitely still healing and all of that stuff. But trying to get back into normal life and trying to, you know, start vlogging again because I miss vlogging. So yeah, I do have some videos coming up here. I still haven't even gotten to finish like posting all of my Disneyland content, so that's probably what's gonna come out next, is Disneyland content. I also ended up going back to Disneyland beginning of, or like middle of July, with my oldest daughter for our annual mother-daughter trip, and this was all like, this whole miscarriage stuff was happening all while we were on that trip, and she had no idea that any of this was going on. So yeah, so I still haven't even posted the footage from that trip. I haven't even gotten around to editing that. I haven't edited anything, you guys. And then we actually just got back from Disney World this past Monday. We went to Disney World with Brandon's family. I know we've done Disney a lot this year. All of these trips were like pre-planned trips, but we weren't supposed to do this many Disney trips. But I am not complaining, you guys, because I love Disney, and it's definitely been getting me through these last couple weeks with everything that's been going on. So it's been nice to be able to have these trips. But yeah, that is the update for now. Everything else is going fine. Like, Brandon's good, the girls are good, everybody is doing well. So yeah, but all right, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and yeah, stay tuned for more videos. Bye everybody.